Have you ever been so mad at yourself for giving up on something, just a little thing that spiraled out of control? That ignored message, the missed workout, the snack you said you wouldn't eat. It's never really about those small moments, is it? It's about the strength you haven't built yet, the discipline muscle you've been avoiding. That's about to change right now. Discipline is the cornerstone of every success story you admire. But here's the brutal truth. Discipline isn't some magical force that hits you out of nowhere. It's a muscle you train day by day, rep by rep, in the silent battlefield inside your mind. And like any muscle, if you don't work it, it weakens. If you ignore it, it atrophies. But the good news? You can make your discipline unstoppable starting today. Let me break this down for you. I'm not here to sugarcoat your struggles or hand you some fluffy pep talk. I've been where you are. I know how it feels to wrestle with your own mind, to want to change but keep tripping over old habits. I also know how it feels when discipline becomes your armor, when you don't just survive, but dominate your day. So, if you want to build a discipline so strong that excuses bounce off you like rain on a windshield, listen closely. This is your guide. First, understand this. Discipline is not motivation. Motivation is the wave, powerful, exhilarating, but unpredictable and fleeting. Discipline is the ocean beneath, vast, steady, and relentless. When motivation crashes and fades, discipline keeps you afloat. It carries you through the storms when every fiber of your being wants to quit. Think about a surfer riding waves. They don't control the waves, they can't stop the storm, but they control how they paddle, when they rise, and how they balance. Discipline is that control. It's the choice to paddle when the wave is small, the choice to get up even after you wipe out. So how do you train this ocean beneath your waves? How do you start building a discipline so strong that no external circumstance can shake it? Here's the first lesson. Start with clarity and purpose. Without a clear why, discipline becomes an empty task. It's like trying to lift weights without knowing what muscle you're building. Ask yourself, why do I want this? Why does it matter so much that I refuse to quit? The answers don't need to be grand. They need to be true. Write them down. Make them visible. When your mind wanders or the temptation hits, this clarity becomes your anchor. Next, break down your goals into small, manageable actions. The difference between a dream and discipline is in the details. Want to read more? Start with 5 pages a day. Want to work out? Begin with 10 minutes. The brain fights big leaps because it fears failure. But small wins are the sparks that ignite the fire. Each small action you complete reinforces your discipline muscle. Over time, those tiny victories stack up and become unstoppable momentum. Then here's a hard truth. You will feel resistance. Your mind, your comfort zone, and even your own emotions will fight this change tooth and nail. That's normal. Imagine discipline as forging a sword in fire. The heat is unbearable, the metal bends and warps. But with persistence, the blade becomes razor sharp. When you feel that inner fight, don't see it as a weakness, see it as the process of forging something stronger within you. When resistance hits, use your environment to your advantage. Your surroundings shape your habits more than you realize. If you want to focus on healthy eating, don't keep junk food in the house. If you want to build a writing habit, create a dedicated, distraction-free space. Discipline isn't just an internal battle, it's a strategy game. Design your environment to make the disciplined choice the easy choice. This is like setting up the battlefield so the odds are in your favor. Another powerful tool, build rituals and routines. Discipline thrives in consistency, and consistency thrives in habits. When you automate good habits through routine, you save mental energy. Think of it like a path in a forest. The more you walk the same path, the clearer and easier it becomes. Soon, your discipline isn't a daily struggle, it's a well-worn trail that leads you directly to your goals. Create rituals that signal your brain, it's time to be disciplined now. It could be a morning stretch, a cup of tea, or a specific playlist. But listen closely, discipline is not about perfection. It's about showing up again even when you fail. When you slip, don't spiral. Instead, treat your mistakes like a coach would. Analyze, learn, and adjust your game plan. Forgiving yourself quickly keeps your momentum alive. It's the difference between a marathon runner who stumbles and finishes versus one who falls and never gets back up. Now, here's the moment many miss. Discipline requires emotional management. You can't wait to feel motivated or in the mood to be disciplined. Your emotions are waves, sometimes crashing hard, sometimes calm. But your discipline is your steady ship. Practice recognizing your emotions without letting them drive your decisions. When anxiety or doubt creeps in, breathe, acknowledge, and choose action anyway. That is where true power lives. A great way to train this is through mindful self-awareness. Spend a few minutes each day observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's like being the captain watching the storm from the bridge, aware but not overwhelmed. This mental clarity makes your discipline more conscious, less reactive. Also, don't underestimate the power of accountability. Whether it's a friend, a coach, or a journal, having someone or something to hold you to your commitments sharpens your discipline. It turns vague intentions into real obligations. You don't just owe it to yourself, you owe it to your system of support. This external pressure builds an internal fortress. Finally, understand that discipline is a lifelong practice. It's not a switch you flip once and never think about again. Think of it like tending a garden. You water it, prune the weeds, and give it sunlight every day. Sometimes the weather is harsh. Sometimes the soil is poor. But with daily care, your garden flourishes. Your discipline is your garden. Cultivate it with patience and dedication. So, what's the call to action here? It's simple but urgent. Start now. Not tomorrow, not Monday, not after you feel ready. Right now. Pick one small thing you can do immediately. Write your why. Clear your workspace. Set a timer for 5 minutes to work on a goal. Take that step. Understand this is a process, not a miracle. You're not becoming unstoppable overnight, but you are planting the seed for that unstoppable force. You have the power in your choices every single day. Remember, your discipline isn't about willpower, it's about designing your life so that discipline becomes inevitable. And here's what I want you to do next. Subscribe to this channel. Because here, you're not just getting motivation that fades. You're building real strength, step by step, day by day. Join a community committed to growth, action, and unstoppable discipline. Make today the day your discipline becomes unstoppable. Your future self will thank you for it.